down here when I'm frustrated and tired and pretty much I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Let's just clarify a couple issues real quick. Warren, now what I want to talk about today is this. I have told the city attorney that we need a whistleblower protection for the city employees. There's a lot of stuff going around right now, a lot of issues that employees want to talk about. But they won't talk to Mrs. Vasquez because she was the HR person. She's a human resource. If you have a problem, you got to go talk to her. They do not trust her because she's part of the old regime. The human resources director hired everybody in the last, I think, 6 or 7 years, fired them or laid them off. To do any of that crossed her desk. This issue of Ricardo Pacheco, Councilman from Baldwin Park, keeps coming up. And I'm gonna actually compliment Mrs. Vasquez for doing her job on that. There is a resume, there is an application, but the question I have, were the jobs that he listed on his resume verified? Only the personnel package would say that. Was he life scanned? Did he do a credit check, bankruptcy, all that stuff? Was that done? But I'm going to tell you where the HR, Ms. Vasquez, failed, and the city attorney failed. When you saw on his resume that said he was a councilman, why did we not do a background check to see if you're putting him in an engineering task? Why did we not see who a city engineer is in the neighboring city? So now we have a situation where his name shows up on our engineer's invoice, infrastructure engineers. I understand that it says a meeting, but what is more problematic is the fact that Gentry Brothers also does work in the city of Baldwin Park. And that's the project that Mr. Pacheco was overseeing. So we failed to do our job to make sure there was no conflict of interest. All we had to do is ask the city attorney, can you call Mr. Pacheco, call the engineer, come see if there's a conflict there. All that had to be done. That's a $600,000 contract using state and federal money, which may, if there is a conflict, may have to be paid back. Ms. Vasquez, I gave you a short window of time to convince me that you were going to bring some things to the table, change things, and you haven't. You are part of the old regime, and we must move on.
Greg Tuttle, business owner over in Baldwin Park. I'm going to make this real simple, and everybody's got a pen and paper. You can write this down. Go to Sid Masabi Investigations on the internet. I'm not going to say any more. You can see for yourself. Read the LA Times reports. Okay? I'm not going to argue with it anymore. The proof is right there. It's written in other people's words in the LA Times. Now on top of it. Now then, Mr. Pacheco, when he was hired here back in 2014, the end part of 2014, this is on the California Transparency, that you can find that. And I hope my city clerk is going to be getting the information that I sent her over, because the 10 days is almost up on that. But Mr. Pacheco never even declared you guys on his 700 form. Now he signed that under the penalty of perjury. This guy couldn't tell the truth if he had a gun to his head. Okay? We need to stop people like him and people that go out and overcharge cities for work that you're getting done. And it's time, and you guys have the prime time to stop this. Yes, I don't live in this city, but I'm a concerned U.S. citizen that wants to make these cities clean it up. And that's what I am. I've been to Pomona, I've been to La Puente, I've been to West Covina, I've been to Irwindale. I go all over. This is not just coming over here and picking on because Ricardo Pacheco's here. No. And Mr. Masavi doesn't know any of my interests. And I have no political interest in it. I have no ambition to be a politician. None whatsoever. But I want to help the politicians that's in office to make sure they do a good job and that they account for the city's money that you're spending on people's hard-earned tax dollars. Thank you very much.
I've known Sid a long time, infrastructure engineer, known him for a long time, and I don't want to discredit your company, and it's not even your problem. I don't even think it's an issue with the engineering company. What the issue is why someone didn't notify HR that this council person was working on these projects, that the engineer is also in his city, and the company is also doing work in that company, in that city. I think that's what the issue is, and why didn't we catch it? Now, my other issue is, how did he get hired? I mean, we had a selection process, and he was the best guy, even though we knew he was a city council member to a neighboring city. And that's the issue that I have. And these issues fall with, so be it, the people that put them, hire them, HR, human resources, that qualifies these individuals for these jobs. And that's the problem that I have, is what is the process? And I think we could have helped Mr. Pacheco out by telling him, you know what, you can't work on these projects because you're conflicted, or it's an appearance of conflict. Would have helped everybody out, but we didn't do that because, to be honest with you, we were doing things a different way back then. Hopefully we're doing them better and doing a little bit more transparent, and making sure that we check all these things in the future. So with that, I just want to say, Sid, I mean, my issue is not with infrastructure, but somebody should have helped Mr. Pacheco out and clarified that there might be a possible conflict there.